Hello everyone, welcome to this breakdown of Bill C-2, Canada's controversial Strong Borders Act. If you're here, you're likely concerned about how this legislation could undermine our democratic principles. Today, we're diving into its anti-democratic elements, the parts that expand surveillance, erode privacy, and grant unchecked powers to the government. I'll be straightforward. This isn't just about borders, it's about the erosion of rights in a free society. Let's get into it. First, what is Bill C-2, introduced in 2025 under Prime Minister Mark Carney's Liberal government? It's omnibus legislation aimed at strengthening border security. On the surface, it addresses smuggling, organized crime, and immigration challenges. But dig deeper, and you'll find provisions that overhaul data sharing, law enforcement powers, and refugee processes, often at the expense of accountability and civil liberties. One of the most alarming anti-democratic aspects is the expansion of surveillance and warrantless data access. The bill empowers agencies like CSIS, the RCMP, and CBSA to access Canadians' online data. Think internet activity, emails, and social media, without a warrant or even notifying the individual. This isn't targeted, it's a broad net that could capture everyday citizens, turning dissent or activism into suspicion. Critics, including the Canadian Civil Liberties Association, warn this violates charter rights like freedom of expression under Section 2 and the right to liberty under Section 7. Imagine your online posts about government policy being flagged and shared. That's the reality this enables, echoing authoritarian tactics we'd criticize abroad. Even more troubling is the international data sharing framework. Bill C-2 aligns Canada with treaties like the Second Additional Protocol to the Budapest Convention, allowing sensitive personal data, including immigration status and identities of asylum seekers, to be shared with foreign governments, potentially without robust safeguards. Privacy experts highlight risks. Authoritarian regimes could exploit this, weaponizing it against dissidents or human rights advocates. The Privacy Commissioner of Canada flagged significant privacy implications early on, noting gaps in our laws that fail to protect against misuse. This isn't protection, it's a backdoor for global surveillance, prioritizing alliances over Canadian rights. Then there's the assault on due process in immigration and refugee systems. The bill grants ministers sweeping, unchecked powers to cancel permits, suspend refugee protections during emergencies, and enable mass deportations with reduced appeals or legal reviews. It allows retroactive barring of claims based on vague national interest or public safety grounds, turning immigration into a political tool. This targets vulnerable groups first: migrants, refugees, racialized communities, but sets a precedent for broader overreach. Fair trial rights under Section 11 of the Charter could be compromised, as liability extends to employees or agents without clear justification. These elements aren't isolated. They create a system where criticism could be criminalized as harmful content, activism flagged as extremism, and free speech chilled. Over 300 civil society groups, from Amnesty International to PEN Canada, have called for its withdrawal, labeling it a multi-pronged assault on human rights, even after backlash led to removing some warrantless access provisions in late 2025. The core threats remain. Why does this matter? In a democracy, power must be checked. Bill C-2 shifts the balance towards secrecy and authority, risking a surveillance state that silences voices and erodes trust. Now, the call to action: don't stay silent. Contact your MP today. Demand they oppose or amend Bill C-2 to protect our rights. Support organizations like the Canadian Civil Liberties Association or Open Media through donations or petitions. Share this video, educate your networks, and use privacy tools to safeguard your data. Democracy thrives on vigilance. Let's fight for it. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, like, subscribe, and comment below what concerns you most about Bill C-2. Stay informed, stay engaged.